Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Thank you for once again being a part of this week's installment of the Indiana Producer-Led Innovation Challenge. I want to say thank you again to the Indiana Corn Marketing Council, Indiana Soybean Alliance, along with our friends at Banjo Corporation and many others for this Producer-Led Innovation Challenge possible. We are delighted today to be joined by experts in the field, those who have had access and have interaction with carbon markets.
Some of the things that carbon buyers want to know, what they're trying to do is it's a carbon capture, right? So you've got to be using practices, applying practices to the farm that's going to capture carbon. So a lot of the things that we're measuring that are easy to collect, we know what's been applied to the field. Even if it's variable rate, we'll have some sort of a file that we can move into another platform fairly easily. So we know what yield is, we know what soil types are, we know there are layers of data that go in, but the hardest part is, okay, if conservation practices are part of it, has tillage been recorded, and has tillage been recorded in a way that can be movable among platforms? It's some of those things that happen on the farm that you don't think, those are the hardest things to capture. You don't think of capturing. Well, how is that movable in a data standpoint from one platform to another? So those are the things that have been hard to capture. The general knowledge of the farm as a whole. You can take soil tests, you can do some of those things and move those with data points. How much soil testing does it take? Is the soil testing that we've done what is needed for the program, or is it going to have to be something else? There are farmers that are very good at data, but there are farmers that are not very good at data. So how do you work with each one of them who are totally different, and what are their resources for data, and is it in a movable data form?
On the buyer side of the equation is very much interested in making sure that if they buy a carbon credit, they want to make sure it's a valid carbon credit. So the verification stage based on all the data that's being generated and collected and pulled together is absolutely important.
Our involvement through Ceres, because that's kind of where the carbon started and came at us. That's not to say that someday might come along that, some local company that, knows us personally we couldn't put something together, but that's kind of the way it's developed for us.